Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Jurassic World Evolution. This is episode 21. And I spent a good amount of time, about 2 hours in between episodes, just kind of doing a lot of little things, building up our DNA stock for our new species, unlocking stuff with the divisions, and kind of jumping between Isla Muerta East and Isla Sorna. So I didn't do too much building, but I did do a little bit, which I know I said I wouldn't do that too much, but I wanted to get some of the foundation building stuff done. Also, we lost some of our dinosaurs because they died of old age. Specifically the Spinosaur and the Stegosaurs that were natively here on this island before we started building. So they all died of old age, which is pretty impressive compared to what the lifespan used to be for this game. They would have died much sooner. But we still have our other Spinosaur. Now, losing one of those means that we can just put the Spinosaur for the mission into here with the other one. So, looking at our unlocks here, I got all the DNA, I believe, maxed out for what we have right now, including our newer species. I also, by putting time into grinding out the mission, or the division unlocked this fella, the Indoraptor, so you know we're going to have to make one of those. But otherwise, I have all the missions that we can do right now lined up and ready to start, so let's finish up our first mission here for the security division. And you can see I've started on this area of the park, so this is the most buildy thing I did, which is just, remember last time there was just a fence here, so I decided to put 2 enclosures here, which we'll have 2 of the things we need for this mission. And then we've got the Suchomimus thing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release our carnivores from here, and trank the Suchomimus, and then trank the whatever comes out, and hope that they don't die. But we should be able to fit them into our existing enclosures, and then that leaves us with this space here to build another big enclosure, I think, based on what the other mission looked like it's going to be. I also built a power station here, so we're good on power. That one says it has 0, but it means one of the other ones actually has like 100 left. And our monorail is nearly complete, so things are looking pretty good on Sorna. Alright. Now, I think I should put another ACU over here, because I have one here, which is not too far, but the response time is not going to be that quick if it's over there. How much space does one of these take up? Because again, I have a tendency to leave a little too much space for, like, restaurants and stuff, and then not end up needing it, so build this here. Might be a good spot for it. Also, I have a new keyboard now, so I can rotate things a little easier. Unfortunately, you still can't rotate them any more precisely, so just light taps are still rotating it there. There's no slow way to do it. Alright, so let's put that there. That way, this ACU can take care of everything down here, and we have, I think, a ranger station. Did I put a ranger station down here? I thought I put another one in somewhere. Oh, yeah. Fucking right beside it. Let me just look everywhere except for the spot where it actually is. Alright. Suppose I'm gonna have to make another Suchomimus too, because they do actually have a social group of 2. So I can make another one of those. But we're just gonna wait here for the ACU to finish. Let me double check here. Okay, yeah, so the Indoraptor genome is unlocked. Well, that's unlocked. I didn't finish unlocking science. That was the one that I didn't put too much time into yet. So let's grab a science contract while we're at it.
I've got a new opportunity.
Yeah, it's always an easy one. We can just leave that going in the background.
Should be.
Alright, ACU accuracy, ACU reload speed. I also got an unlock on Isla Sorna East that actually increases the speed of all transport helicopters and the winching speed for them to pick up dinosaurs. So that is a very nice little convenience. Alright, so Let's
Request acknowledged.
trank him. Gonna have to time this right. I'll wait till the helicopter's here. I'll start the release for our other one, and then I will schedule him to take out our other one. Okay, Dinosaur, you go first. Haven't seen him for a while. As our first carnivore, he's kind of been neglected.
Adding task.
No, don't run towards it. I really wonder sometimes if it would be better to do this myself. Because their auto-targeting is not great, even with the upgraded accuracy. I guess I could put 2 accuracy upgrades on if I really wanted them to do better.
I don't think they'd offer this contract to just anyone.
Sure,
So
whatever.
at least review it.
Alright, so that's 1 down. Now we're just gonna release another one.
Confirming task.
I think that's actually one of the Spinosaurs we haven't seen. I think this is with the alpine skin. So of course it's all white. Alright. Hopefully this helicopter takes it out before it kills one of the sleeping ones. Alright, I think Ceratosaur should be fine in this little enclosure.
Asset to be collected.
Alright, so Spinosaurs are going to go up here with the other Spinosaur.
Asset.
And I'm going to have to start making a T-Rex.
Asset transportation.
Oh no, not a T-Rex, an Indominus Rex, right. Don't know where the Indominus is going to go. I guess in here. It's probably not going to be enough space, though. I remember the Indominus being a little bitchy about space. We'll see. It might actually be better to move the Suchomimus, because I think the Suchomimus is a little more easygoing. Okay, Indominus with intuitive learning mod. So I wonder what makes the Indoraptor so hard to keep, because they make it sound like it's going to constantly try to escape. Which, we didn't really see that with the Indominus Rex. It just had a high comfort threshold, where it could only lose a couple points before it started raging. Now I wonder if the Indoraptor just has a comfort threshold of 100%, meaning that it is never not enraged. But if that was the case, then it would seem impossible to actually keep it.
Which is to say, I did have some doubt. But you've come through, so thanks.
Well, we're definitely going to make one of those, because they are pretty cool.
We're making great strides in the science division on Isla Sorna.
Now let's try making
Mostly because of your efforts.
different
So you're
Indominus.
receiving a reward. Look, with all the activity on Isla Sorna, it takes real skill to manage that location from a science standpoint. But with your high reputation, the island is clearly in capable hands.
That was a long compliment for just a random contract. Alright. Incoming storm.
Delivery complete.
Well, that's going to be a little bit of a problem.
Proceeding to the feeder now.
We really don't have a ranger station that's up there. But I also only have 2 enclosures up there, so it's not too big of a deal. Forgot to mention, too, that I actually did replace... Oops. I forgot to give Indominus the actual thing it needed. Good thing I noticed that early. Intuitive learning would be... Alright, there we go. So, Ceratosaur, how are you doing? Oh, not enough grassland. So let's take out some of this forest. Should probably hit the alert. I wonder if water actually detracts from grassland. I don't know. Well, I could actually expand this one outward a little bit. Alright, let's, I guess, put you down for now. There, that should probably be good enough. Yeah. It's enough grassland now. Okay. Didn't I have another one? The power lines is damaged. So this is kind of why I wanted to get all of the, like, terrain flattening busy work out of the way and such, because there's still going to be a lot of downtime when I have to repair stuff. That sounds like a hurricane. Or a twister, I suppose. I mean, this stuff's all damaged too, but what I really need to repair is the substation. It looks like one of them was damaged here. I really don't feel like the storm defense stations actually do anything. They don't stop fences from getting broken. They don't stop buildings from getting damaged. They really seem kind of useless. I mean, apparently the Dr. Wu DLC did add an advanced storm station, so I don't know if that's actually better. You'd think it would be. Alright, Stego's got out. I mean, supposedly the storm defense station actually just reduces the amount of damage that a building takes, so it usually won't get destroyed when it's damaged. But still. I thought it would prevent damage within the bubble entirely. Alright, so I think the Stego is the only one that got out. Or not, it's just not marked as a threat.
No problem.
So, there's the threatening one.
Acknowledged.
And of course, it's lonely because it wandered out and now it's all by itself. I feel like we haven't seen a Stegosaur kill anybody. Except there's not even anybody around because I actually have good coverage. Alright. Ceratosaur, how did that situation turn out? Okay, Ceratosaur was tranked within its enclosure.
Asset collection request received.
They say our safety rating is low, but I've got shelters everywhere. I don't know why these people aren't in shelters. It's not an all clear, people. I guess the shelter's too far away. Yeah, they're not inside the bubble.
I think we can call this one a success, don't
So really, I need another one over there.
Well done. Well done indeed.
Alright, success rate 3.0. We finally got that.
That's in the air.
So that'll make gene-modified dinosaurs a little easier to make. And I think I actually have success rate 4.0 already unlocked, because that was a Isla Muerta East unlock.
Transportation complete.
Alright. So, let's see. Suchomimus. What's the Suchomimus's comfort right now? Okay, grassland, forest. So this enclosure's not actually that much bigger than it requires. So I'm wondering if I can put it in this one. Also, I don't think I put a feeder in the Ceratosaur one. There's a lot of screaming coming from, like, over here. Also, look at this fucking path. I couldn't do anything about it because I couldn't lower the land here, but these people just have to have strong ankles. I was just hoping I would see one of them, like, falling off. Oh, you see how they panic once they get in range of a shelter? Are you trying to break out already? Well, I think I took a swing at the fence and then it was like, oh, there's food over here. Yeah, its comfort is almost settled again. Okay, so the T-Rex I'm gonna have to release.
Task received.
I think I'm just gonna have to put the Suchomimus somewhere else for now, because there's not enough space down there. I also might have to expand this enclosure a little bit. Okay. Oops. Destroyed my power line. The fences are offline. Goes from attacking the fence to, oh man, I'm so tired. I think the best one was, in between episodes, there was a point where the carnivores got out, and one of them ran into this, you know, herbivore enclosure, and then immediately fell asleep, like, oh, this is a good spot to take a nap. Alright, let's open the shelters again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any...
Like, over here, I haven't even used all this space yet. I tried to fill it out with more stores and stuff, though, since some of the missions or contracts I was doing required, you know, higher facility ratings and such. Okay, so Suchomimus is gonna go in here.
To collect the asset.
And I think I'm gonna have to take out most of these trees because the T-Rex doesn't like trees. But I think I'll put the T-Rex up here. That way I can expand it if I need to, and put the Indominus in here. Which is almost done.
That has been collected.
Still looks good, but, you know, just isn't that impressive anymore. Alright. Oh. And wait for the Indominus to finish. Give that T-Rex a second to fill up. Let's go release our Dreadnoughtus that I made last time. so big that it's already looming over the structure. But this should be even bigger than the Brachiosaur, which I also have in this enclosure. It's like the worst camera angle for it. You can barely see it against the sun. I've actually found that with Isla Muerta East, where you have the day-night cycle especially, I kind of noticed that the lighting in this game is not great. It's a little too harsh most of the time. Well, that's a interesting gravelly sound.
The mighty Dreadnoughtus was one of the largest terrestrial creatures to have ever lived. While it's known as the fears-nothing dinosaur, I would still keep it away from the Indominus Rex.
I'm pretty sure that's his hint of saying, hey, the Indominus can still kill this, even though it's gigantic. But yeah, it's actually tall enough to peer over the trees. Oh, should probably fill up this tall boy feeder.
Here's something that you might find interesting.
These are the Camarasaurs, or are these the Apatosaurs? Camarasaurs. So they're pretty small, but there is a Brachiosaur in here somewhere. Which is, oh, I guess they're also tall enough to go over the trees. I have to wait until they're close to each other to compare. Alright, and we'll release the other one. Alright. So now let's get back over to our T-Rex and
Confirmed.
give her the dart. I think the eyeball is slightly clipping through the eyelid. It looks like they didn't actually animate the eyelid. They just kind of stretched it over to the eye, and it's like, ah, now it's asleep. What do you want from me? I'm just an animator. Alright, how is the Suchomimus doing? Probably not happy about its new closure. Yeah, just wants more grassland. Not a lot of foresty predators.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Dreadnoughtus to the park.
I think it was just about to start trying to break out, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm happy now. Give it some water. Give it a feeder. And now it's just like stunned. It's like, oh, what do I do? Alright. Move our T-Rex.
Asset requiring collection.
I haven't actually tried pitting the Indominus against anything. But I'm pretty sure that from what I've read, the Indominus generally wins every fight. Even against things that are supposed to have better stats than it. Because there is still an aspect of randomness when there's dinosaur fights. Also something I saw between
In progress.
a carnivore and a herbivore is that the herbivores seem like they will actually flee from fights that they're losing now instead of just fighting to the death always.
Asset has been transported.
Gotta say, the Dreadnoughtus has a really, like, plain face. Like, it's just kind of a lump. But yeah, like, look how harsh the shadow is on this side. It's like the sun is very directional. Like it's just a big light bulb on that side of the island. I hear somebody trying to break out? Oh, man. Totally forgot about those stegosaurs I tranked.
En route to pick up the asset. Acknowledging asset.
Well, I'm sure people don't mind getting to walk past this sleeping dinosaur that they're apparently terrified of. Oh, those people are like, oh, that's pretty cool. And these other people are like, oh shit, dinosaur. Okay. That's not what I intended to do, but... Hey, you have nice hair. She's like, fucking, get out of here, dinosaur. This lady is not happy to be here on Jurassic World, sorry. Oh, well, from that angle, it looks more like a smirk, but from the other side, it kind of looks like an awkward, like, It's fun just kind of looking at these people, the way they fuse together, the way their jaw sometimes unhinges when they are afraid. Their creepy, dead faces. It's this guy. This guy's model where sometimes his lower jaw and his teeth in his upper jaw will just disconnect from the rest of his face. They might have fixed that. I hope not. What is he looking at? He's like, that's a pretty impressive restaurant over there. I guess it's because it's the bar. Fence broken. Yep. See now, the stegosaurs are angry because the other ones weren't in there.
Adding to the list.
So now they have all broken out because they are enraged by the lack of company.
Crew responding to repair request. Setting additional task.
I also put 2 chunkingosaurs in there, and you can see they're perfectly happy. Okay, now these people have something to be afraid of. The stegosaur that is spinning in circles. T-Rex, grassland, forest. Yep. Well, this one I should be able to fix because there's a lot of forest here. Not quite. Well, it's cozy now. Cozy enough to sleep.
Picking up asset. Heading to collect the asset.
I wish the icon actually was a little higher up so they weren't hidden in the trees when you went to move them.
Collection request.
How's our Spino doing? Good. Alright. Time for our last contender for this mission. The Indominus Rex. Oh man. Looking pretty fancy with that mottled coloration.
While I believe Dr. Wu is looking for future hybrid blueprints, my interest
enclosure seems good.
Is specifically testing our security protocols and also evaluating our dinosaur welfare strategies. I've always believed these go hand in hand. A content animal is less likely to go rogue.
Go rogue? No. They're doing what they're supposed to do. You know, a cage looks very different depending on one's perspective.
I do like that. It's kind of a... I was going to say an iridescent effect, but it really is just painted over it, but still. It's a nice double color. Interesting to see the Indominus not all white. So I wonder if you can make a white Indoraptor. not really a very exciting mission. Oh, it's agitated. So it's one of those missions where they just get agitated by nothing. Which I think this was the case last time I made an Indo as well. It would try to break out, but then the walls were too tough, so it gave up. Let's see if it stays agitated. Because as long as it doesn't try to hit the same spot, it'd be alright. It's weird that it doesn't count as damaged when they hit it once. So I don't know if it actually weakened it, or if it has to hit it in the same spot a couple times before it is weakened. And is it only the Indominus that's gonna get agitated? I mean, probably not, right?
Take...
Hello! New contract time!
Alright.
Woohoo!
So I don't actually have any viewing galleries or anything on these enclosures yet. I heard a thump.
Feeder supplies inbound.
The Spino trying to break out? Oh, they're doing their little alpha dance. Well, it seems pretty easy so far. Where is that coming from? Oh, it's the T-Rex. Yeah, I guess they will just randomly get agitated. Oh, forgot to put water in there. Good thing I happened to look at him. Oh no, there is water in there. Let's just actually walk his dino ass over to it. Okay, so... Build one there. Well, if I fix this enclosure, I can actually build one here. Kind of like a straight piece here. Since that covers most of the enclosure. For this one, I probably have to move the fence, or the path, a little bit down. Did actually get out.
Understood.
Repair crew en route.
Not really gonna get far though. No, but there is some people over here. Let's see if she'll get her first meal before they trank her. It's that guy, isn't it? In the shorts? No? Oh, yep. Yeah, see how she snapped to it? See if I can get a good shot of this. I just wanted to see if she would crumple on top of him. And there he goes. Kind of see... No, the camera is not sensitive enough for me to get in to the right angle to see his face. I don't know if they can get tranked in the middle of their eating someone animation, or if they have to do the whole thing before they drop.
Asset requiring collection.
Alright, so put a pylon here, connect it to that. And it's obstructed because there's already a pylon there, or a power line. That. Get rid of that. This path is going to be a little awkward, but
Asset transported.
it still works. It just works. In the immortal words of Todd. Patron spirit of Jurassic World. Alright, 20 more seconds. I think we can keep her from randomly breaking out. It's kind of lame that they don't actually have good enough systems in place to make that happen organically. They just have to be like, oh, well, the dinosaur just gets angry because otherwise nothing would happen.
To the list.
Since our game doesn't really have complicated behavior systems in it to
Task.
make the dinosaurs react in a way that would make them get angry about that. And that is our final mission for the security division. Out of the main missions.
Top to bottom review, and we're in the green. Mission accomplished. Thanks for your help. You're an asset to this operation, and a valuable one at that.
We still have another mission on Isla Muerta East once we unlock it.
Come with what we're creating and developing here. Sometimes we have to set our emotions aside for the greater cause. Dr.
You
Wu
mean
understands that.
the greater
So do
good?
I. So do you.
Okay, what does strong muscles actually do?
I came to these islands not to escape my past, but to give it meaning. And where else in the world can you go to stare down history? A history most primal. Stare it down and control it. We rule now. With your help, we've kept our facilities and our visitors safe. And with that, there's nothing more for you to prove to the security division.
Now, that doesn't mean that my staff still won't sabotage
With a
you.
rep like yours, you'll soon have the loyalty of the entire security division.
Did he just give me, like, money randomly? Alright, so that's that mission. Now we have the science mission.
Life requires diversity and conflict. The story of evolution is the story of struggle, with survival the ultimate prize. Now, that's not what I'm proposing, not quite. But I do believe we need to create a more organic environment for our animals. That means more species living together, with all the friction nature provides coming into play.
So what she's saying is she wants me to release a carnivore in with my
Our goal
herbivores.
here is to create one massive enclosure housing a variety of species. We'll start with hatchlings and see how we integrate them together into a cohesive environment.
Now, I could make just a
Small-scale
big
natural
one over
selection.
here.
That's the plan. Recreate nature by fabricating it. If you don't get it right, then the dinosaurs are going to know that something's wrong. And that's when the claws come out.
Now, I think I am going to have to get rid of some stuff from here, so I think we'll get rid of the mud butts. The mutt butts.
Request acknowledged. Adding to the list.
I like...
Alright, and let's grab another science contract, because we still have to unlock the
This
Allosaurus.
contract looks interesting. To me, anyway.
The hunting one's kind of specific. Also, goats don't count as hunting. So yeah, we'll take out the mud butts and start putting in this other stuff. Okay, Pentaceratops. Is there anything special? Nope, they all just need to have 100% genome, which we already have. Hopefully these are amounts that will actually be able to function. Let's see. Ideal population, 3 to 9, so the answer is no. It's not the ideal population. I'm just gonna sell these guys off for the highest bidder. Man, imagine if you could buy a dinosaur for $49,000. A live dinosaur. That seems like a bit of a steal, considering they supposedly cost millions of dollars to develop.
En route to pick up the asset. Heading to pick up the asset.
Alright, I think that's all of them.
Picking up asset.
And that's ticking along nicely. Alright, so down here, I'm gonna need a shelter, because as we saw, this area is not covered.
Transporting asset. Commencing asset transit.
And then I'm gonna need to start putting down, like, not hotels. Everything else but hotels.
Transportation underway.
That was the sound of something trying to break out. Over here. What's your problem? Missing grassland. Attacking fence. Content. Alright. And while this is all going, what we're going to do is we're going to release the Indoraptor into the Indominus's enclosure and see what happens. And make it into a battle bot. 5 million. I think that's probably the most expensive one. Alright, how's this going? Oh, still not done yet. It's gonna take a while to fill up this thing, because we can only do 3 at a time. I guess if I really wanted to populate a big enclosure like that, I would just build 2 creation labs instead of 1. And maybe delete one once it's made some progress. Alright, so let's go Gigantosteak.
Really great job on that contract.
Or is it Giganoto steak? Ooh. I think this is like the one spot I didn't flatten too much because I wanted the path to be less insane. But I think it's going to be insane no matter what. Alright, and clothing shop. Oh, I think it's a little too fat. There we go. Okay, all of our enclosures have viewing galleries and plenty of space. Yeah, so things are looking good.
Something's come up that could be interesting.
And by interesting, I mean reliably easy but boring, because we don't have to do anything for it. I feel like I should start building an enclosure over here. Another big one. I also would like to build a gyrosphere. I'm just not sure if we have space for one. Let's see. Guests, gyro station. Oh, that's enclosures. Sorry. Gyro station. Can I build one down here? Obstructed. Oh, it's obstructed by a gate. Oh, I could actually fit it in here. Unfortunately, it has the annoying system that the monorail uses where you can't actually adjust the curvature. Which seems odd to me considering I'm just building a path. It's not like I'm building a overhead monorail track. I think it's obstructed by the trees.
You up for a new challenge? Well, then you are gonna want to see this new contract.
I don't know why I accepted that. We can't even unlock the Allura Titan until we do the mission on the other island. Oh, okay, I can't build the gyro track because I deselected it. Now it's like, nope, not gonna let you back in. Alright, gyrosphere route. Okay, where? So, problem is here, so I just need to delete a section. Kind of do a curve like this. Now, the problem there is it's a little too close to the feeder. You have to make sure it doesn't touch that dirt area around it. Perfect.
Veuillez éloigner vos bras et vos jambes des portes lors de l'ouverture et la fermeture de véhicule.
All right. So yeah, this is what I unlocked a while back, is the ability to free drive a gyrosphere. Oh, they don't let you bump into dinosaurs. It's just like, nope, not allowed. I smell a photo opportunity here, though. Nah, I didn't get close enough. Alright, well, our incubation should be done. So those are going to come out, and then we'll have to start making the next ones, which is going to be slow. I guess I could start making them at one of my other creation labs and then move them. Indoraptor's still very slowly ticking along.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Triceratops to the park.
Trying to think if I have any other creation labs. I think it's only the Indoraptor one, which is not really the best one to try to use for making my herbivores. Alright, so we also need Kentrosaurus, Apatosaurus, Triceratops.
We are pleased to welcome a Pentaceratops to the park.
I think, like, what's the fastest ones? Kentrosaurus. Well, they're fairly inexpensive, so they shouldn't take too long. I'd almost like to switch out success rate for reaction speed, but then it would fail. Where do I get incubation speed for? Muerta East. Okay, so that's something I can unlock there. Man, these guys eat a lot if these things keep getting emptied out. I didn't actually look to see if their needs were met, but it seems like nobody's gotten angry, so it must be alright. Oh, Dinosaur wants a little more forest. Which, I guess I can just, you know, fill in places that were removed by the track. Okay. So that's going pretty well. What else can I really do here? This area is pretty much untouchable now. But all the needs are fulfilled, so I guess I really don't need to do anything either. Kind of maxed that out pretty well. Down here... Well, obviously none of the needs are met for this hotel, because it's not near anything. Okay, shopping is met. Food and drink are almost met. I gotta bump this up, though. Let's go right to the onesie, do for 33. Increase the amount of staff. Okay, how is the restaurant doing? Doing good. It's not in the best spot because it's kind of off to the side, but that should meet the needs for now. Okay, shopping needs are met. Fun needs are not met because I don't have any fun buildings built. I mean, I'm really not that far off from a 5th star. Is there no substation here? Hearing a lot of dinosaur calls in the distance.
Sending to feeder supply.
Oh, here it goes. That purple stripe, which I guess is all it gets for vivid. Well, it's kind of a general, like, dark purple color. It's cool that it can rear up like that, though. I think it looks a little bigger here than it did in the movie. Because in Fallen Kingdom, it was bigger than a raptor, but, like, not super huge. Though I guess it was big enough for a raptor to stand on top of it, so there is that. I get a lot of angles on this fella.
If I'm not mistaken, that's an Indoraptor. More weapon than attraction, right? Just keep it away from the guests, please. Unless we can charge more to see it.
Meet your, I can't say really ancestor, but your genetic heritage. Who do you think's gonna win this? I actually don't know if the Indoraptor will win. It is considerably smaller. the Indoraptor's not hurting. But I'm not getting a low health warning, so I guess neither is the Indominus. Nope. Indoraptor low health. Man, she's getting pretty scraped up though. 25%. 43, okay. I think the Indoraptor's got this. Oh. Indominus is backing off. So yeah, the Indoraptor is neat because it did at least get its own animation set. I guess it is this kind of weird, normally on four limbs predator.
When things go wrong...
And it is kind of cat-like in the way it walks. I'm really surprised that they didn't kill each other.
This kind of work.
Especially since the Indominus was not really losing by much. But I think what's going to happen is one of them is going to heal before the other, and then it's going to finish him off. Probably the Indoraptor, because it seems to have healed faster. Though it also did take less damage. Be interesting if I could keep these two together. Alright, well, leave them alone for a second. Release these Kentrosaurs. So I think there is going to be some population problems in here because of the stuff I already have. Yeah, the Triceratops are already at the edge, or Pentaceratops are already at the edge of their comfort. So I might have to take out the other dinosaurs for now.
We are pleased to welcome a Kentrosaurus to the park.
Adding task. Confirmed. Adding task.
But even then, I feel like this group it's telling me to make is kind of too big.
We are pleased to welcome a Kentrosaurus.
I suppose I'll have to get rid of the Triceratops too, since I already need to make Triceratops, so it's just wasting a spot right now.
Setting additional task.
Heading to collect the asset.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are...
Alright, so we are going to have to put a carnivore in here, which means we should probably put down some feeders for it. According to that, we haven't made an apatosaur yet, which might be true. I thought I made one on Isla Pina, but that might have been the Camarasaur, which got angry because we didn't have enough space for it. Yeah, see, the Indominus is hurting compared to the Indoraptor, which is now pretty healthy. Look at those weird, like, bony scales on its fingers. Well, it is supposed to be new and improved over the Indominus Rex. Got a pretty huge boost, though, for the combat infamy. Oh, it was getting a welfare penalty because it was hungry. I was like, is it getting it because there's a dead dinosaur in there? Because that seems like a weird reason for that. Alright, well. That was fun.
Asset collection. Acknowledging asset collection request.
Like this. I have to keep opening this to try to find the ones that are hidden in the bushes.
Transit has commenced.
Okay, so the Metrocanthosaurus is going to be a problem.
Assets in the air.
And I feel like it's going to be difficult for these things not to kill each other because it's kind of in its nature to do that.
Feeder resupply request received.
Like, they've said that the carnivores won't attack unless they're hungry, but as soon as it gets hungry, it'll just go for the closest dinosaur instead of looking for a meat feeder. Unless, I guess, I just plop down feeders everywhere. Put a little bit more trees back in if I still have spots for them. Alright, so those guys are incubating. So once they're done, I'll just need the Triceratops, and then we'll be good. I wonder if the mission is just going to then be house them in one place without any of them dying. Social group 1-to-1. Is it staring at the helicopter? Or is there just something wrong with its neck? I guess here, the thing is, it's not spooked by the helicopter like most dinosaurs are. It doesn't have a panic reaction. It just watches calmly. It doesn't really have the weird twitches, though. Because in the movie, it was a little bit unstable, a little damaged, and it would, like, twitch uncontrollably sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised.
Its comfort threshold isn't even really that bad. It's probably about 90%.
I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse. I mean, you can, of course.
Don't have any chasmosaurs. Now, is it actively waiting for a goat to dispense, or did it just wander over there? This thing is definitely going to break out during the storm, though, because of the comfort reduction.
Adverse weather. Please take cover until the condition has passed.
Because everybody knows dinosaurs hate rain, and it makes them go crazy.
Et pour votre sécurité, veuillez gagner l'abri le plus proche.
Did I actually put that feeder down? Yeah. So hopefully, friggin' Metrocanthosaurus doesn't try to pick a fight with the Triceratops, because I think it would lose. Sorry, Pentaceratops. Okay, no fence is broken yet.
En route to top up feeder.
That was a pretty harmless storm.
Responding to repair request.
Oh, that's an arcade. Security center.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience experienced during our recent sundering of anatomy.
En route. Repair request acknowledged.
Well, the Indoraptor didn't even get uncomfortable enough to try to break out. No, but it might try to break out just to test the strength. Okay, so I guess this is how the Indoraptor works. It'll just attack the fence sometimes on its own, regardless of whether its comfort is full or not. Big, chunky, stumpy boys with short little necks. Welcome to Cretaceous World. Don't remember off the top of my head if a patasaur is actually Cretaceous, but it's usually a safe guess. Oop. Alright, let's get these Triceratopses going, because they are kind of slow. We are at $105 million in this park. And yet, still not any closer to 5 stars. I think once I finish out this last area, we'll be able to hit 5 stars pretty easily, but I guess we should probably close up shop here in a minute. I mean, we're nearly done with this contract, so we can finish that up next time. So I think until then, we will actually hop over to Isla Muerta East and just look at what the new mission is, since we'll have to do those one as well. And I did check, you have to complete all 3 missions to unlock Isla East. Also, Muerta East, regardless of the time of day, seems to always have this yellow cast to it. Alright, so I didn't change too much. You can see I started a monorail, but I haven't actually put down the track yet. But we do have this one very busy thoroughfare that still runs through the center of the park. Giganoto is doing good. Our iguanodons are doing good. I also put some Parasaurolophus in there. And I think I wanted to make a carnivore to see how the iguanodons do against it, since they are supposed to be decent at combat. The other thing I wanted to do is see how the Troodons hunt. Which you can see, their numbers keep increasing because I keep adding more. So let's see how they do against just a regular old Centausaurus. Because what they should do, from what it seems like their kind of role is they will attack it to inflict the venom, and then they will kind of leave it alone until it collapses, and then they'll pounce on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Centausaurus to the park.
Of course, they'll have to actually be hungry first. Look at them just traveling around in a group, though. Oh. I think they've got the blood scent. They're not actually that quick, though. They've got pretty small legs. Or are they panicking? Oh, they're panicking. They're afraid of it. It's afraid! Come on, there's like 10 of you and one of it. I thought they were supposed to be able to take down stuff bigger than them, and that's the whole reason they have the venom. mean, this music implies some sneaky business is going on. Fighting for dominance. The screechiest fight of alphas. But the alpha panicked and ran away, but kept... Oh, I guess it was scared off by the dinosaur and not by the fight. I mean, I suppose they'll attack eventually. Oh. They're getting bolder.
I've just finished reviewing this new contract, and I think it's right up.
All right, let's see. So yeah, science I have unlocked. Ooh. Look away for 1 second, they get poisoned. So I assume it should kind of just fall over at some point.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming...
Its health is going down really slow, though. Oh, I thought I was going to try to smash through the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen...
Alright, well, we'll give that a second to percolate. So I didn't unlock the entertainment stuff, but I did unlock all the security stuff, and we already did that mission. It's interesting that they made a unique icon for the poisoned when there's only one dinosaur that can inflict poison. Yeah, I think it'll take a long time for this thing to go down. Unless they... Oh, there we go. Gave him a little dose in the ankle. I mean, I would assume that it's going to drop before it actually dies. And then they'll, you know, swarm it and finish it off. Alright, well, aside from that, let's start our science mission here. What's my existing mission? Oh, I wonder if that means I can't have a mission going on each island, which would be kind of silly, but that's probably the case, so let's not fuck with that. I wonder if this thing is going to try to break out because of how low its comfort is when it's poisoned. I mean, it's still panicking, so that might actually keep it from attacking the fence. What? Why are the Troodons uncomfortable? It's just because of the rain? Do they, like, really not like rain? They lost, like, 30 comfort from that. Yeah, the population's good. Grassland, that's all good. They just really don't like getting wet.
Please resume your normal activity.
I mean, maybe the Troodons also just will randomly attack sometimes, but I think it's just their comfort was down. Just kind of waiting for this thing to die. Or do something. Because otherwise, their hunting method doesn't seem very efficient. Maybe the loss of food and water will make it die faster now that both are low. It's starting to look weak. You see the tail just like reset there? Interesting that it doesn't take any damage at all from the bite. But I guess their teeth are pretty small. Health is low, so it's gonna go down now. Kind of silly if it just literally had to run entirely out of health for this to do anything. I do like that their reaction when they get bit is like, oh, you little shit, when they turn around like that. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to leave it getting devoured until next time. Because it's going to take a while. So I suppose, until next time, I've been Shadefire, this is Jurassic World Evolution, and we really are starting to get close to wrapping up now. I mean, once we get Isla Sorna out of the way, we can just focus entirely on Isla Muerta East and Isla East, which shouldn't take too long. So hopefully we can wrap that up before we hit episode 30, I would think. Anyhow, that'll do it for this time, and I hope you will join me again next time. Until then, take care, folks.